Did you miss me, y'all? Did you miss me? Yo, man, this is Killer Watts 804, man, coming at you with we're gonna have a fun time with this goddamn review, man. We is, man. I'm just laughing over some stuff I did in that goddamn. I hope y'all enjoy this skit. No, I had to lighten the mood for this junk, man, before we get into it. Not that this is gonna seriously dampen our goddamn moods, it really ain't. But I don't know why that scene, that skit popped in my head, but I had to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just bring some just a little humor in this to this thing before we get into it, man. The movie is not dark like that. We're talking about goddamn the new movie that came out, Emancipation, starring Will Smith. Is currently, you can currently see it on Apple TV. I saw it. You know what, before we get into it, man, yo, man, y'all new to this channel, subscribe. You know what it is, man, before we get into this junk. There's gonna be more of these bad boys, man. Now, the people that are already here, man, I appreciate you watching my videos, tuning in. We'll keep it coming, dog. You know how we do. It is what it is, so hit that like junk when you get a chance. But we're gonna talk about this goddamn movie, man. We got to. This is the top of the morning. Let's do it. But anyway, Emancipation, starring Will Smith. Will Smith, I will argue that Will Smith's name compared to the movie is just it's bigger than the goddamn movie. It's more like goddamn Will Smith. Cause remember, we haven't heard from Will Smith. I ain't seen no works from Will Smith since that epic slap of Chris Rock that he hasn't healed from to this day. His face is still swollen. Come on, man. I'm over it. I'm gonna tell you straight, Will Smith. Yo, man, you made a mistake. You apologize. It's over. I'm good. I knew that going into the movie. And truth be told, you watch this movie, you're not thinking about that goddamn slap. Hell, Chris Rock not really even thinking about a slap. He won't think about a slap after he got the slap. Real talk. I ain't see him call no cops. I ain't see him swing on goddamn Will. It won't bad for him. It ain't bad for me. It is what it is. But Will, you know, you shouldn't have did that, brother. Nah, man. You know what it is. But that's dead, man. He did all the apologies, all the other stuff. He did everything he could to try to right that situation. That mess is over. But it's hard to get into this movie just knowing that it's the first jump, man. I think, and I hate to say it, man, Will, you know, because I think he filmed it, was filmed before that epic slap. So everybody that had a part in this movie is kind of like, they should be on pins and needles to know how the reception is going to be, considering what you did. Because some people just won't, I guess, can never forgive that. All the stuff that happened in this goddamn country. You can't forgive a slap, really? But anyway, but what can I say about this movie without spoiling it right now? I like to say, man, it's a slavery movie. Will say it's a freedom movie. He said one of his kids asked him, you know, when he told him what type of movie it was, they were like, oh, another slavery movie, which a lot of us are doing. A lot of us do. But he said, no, he flipped it around. It's a freedom movie. He flipped it. I said, damn, Will, I like that. I like how you did that. It's a slavery movie. It's a slavery movie. Cut it out. But, it is, but it's not too many slavery movies. I can sit there and watch this one again. For some of us, these movies cannot shock us anymore. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. We done seen some horror, you know, and just knowing our history, man, it cannot really shock us. But the betrayal on screen can change our mood, can really bring us there. But with this, I mean, we're talking about overall the plot is basically a black American who was enslaved in Louisiana. He was enslaved. He was in Louisiana. He escapes bondage to freedom. He runs the joint. He joins the union. He joins the unions and eventually fight back. But basically, the person's name in the movie is Peter, but his real name, from my understanding, is Gordon. And it's a picture of, it's saying 1863, it was a picture of his back, Gordon's back, which would had all types of markings on the whips, it was just jacked up. And basically that picture it was like a tidal wave to the whole world, man. Let them know how cruel slavery was in the Americas, land of the free. Yeah, okay. But, but anyway, it helped the abolitionists at that time to prove, it was proof that, yo, this has to stop, you know, especially during the Civil War and stuff like that. Abe Lincoln, you know, he signed that damn Emancipation Proclamation. You know what I'm saying? And that supposedly freed all the slaves, you know, it's supposed to have. Of course, it took some time for some of these areas, these southern areas especially, to catch up. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted, people. You know what I'm saying? I said, I know some people always say, man, why you got to think against Abe Lincoln and all of them? I said, look, man, look. Just because somebody call themselves an abolitionist don't mean they see us as equals either. You can be against slavery and still see us as less, you know, less than. You know what I'm saying? You still can do that. Don't get it twisted. But anyway, Eric KWATTZ had to put it out there for some people, man. Cut it out. Goddamn. But the movie, it tells the story of this man, and it's like it's not an actual accounting, so a lot of it's made up. I could sit there and watch this again, because Will Smith, though, hey yo, if you really want it, Will Smith, he is an actor. He does his job. He's going to do his job. And I felt him on some things. Will Smith actually sold some stuff in this damn movie, man. Regardless of your issue, what you might have with the story or the script or whatever, he did his thing, man. For at first it was like, man, Will Smith kind of stuck out because it's Will Smith. It's hard for these big name actors to do. I see them get into these type of roles and we just forget who they are. But not to say I totally forgot who Will was, because it's like in some scenes he looked like he's straight out of Bad Boys, man. It's some action in this joint. Mike Lard. Mike Lard in the goddamn jungle. But nah, man, but it was an interesting take on this brother, man. And I can say honestly, I enjoyed it, but it seemed like it does. It don't know what it want to be at some points, because it seems like it's a survival horror. Then it gets action, and then it's like a war movie. It's several, you know, it's kind of hard to get attached to which is which. And it has a happy ending. It really does. It's not like, you know how you watch some slavery movies, man, you walk away, I would say depressed. I ain't gonna say hopeless, but goddamn, whatever you was feeling when you went in the theater, boy, that junk went down like whatever hopes you had, boy, you gone, boy. Check it. So if I had to give it a score, I'll give it an 8. I'll give it a solid 8, because I would watch it again. Remember I said in the previous video, I said, yo, if it's not an 8 or above, I probably won't watch it again. I would watch this again, surprisingly. It's a slave, I don't really like get up, okay, you know, jump down and be, every once in a while, I look at them. And some people would say, man, I'm tired of these slavery. I mean, real talk, considering what type of policies and laws were trying to be passed and stuff, you know what I'm saying, by these white supremacists and stuff like that, trying to keep our history out of schools and stuff like that, and trying to minimize our impact overall, and just make us continue to be lost. I'm like, yo, considering that, yo, go on, keep them coming. I used to be against. I used to have an argument for seeing them on the screen. I'm like, no, keep them coming, because a lot of people ain't gonna pick up the books. Some people ain't gonna get the lessons, but they'll look at that goddamn movie screen. If the joint right, you get the right people in it. If you gotta teach it on the screen. Goddamn. So I ain't really, I'm not against that no more. I used to be a slave, man, I'm tired of seeing these slaves. Yo, a lot of ways, if I had not watched like Roots and things of that nature, or these movies based around slavery times, man, I wouldn't know, it wouldn't have drove me to learn as much as I know now. Simply put. I think Will Smith did a great job, as usual. That's what he does, man. He gonna sell the role. There's some stuff said in this goddamn film, man. Anyway, man, let's get into spoiler territory. Let's get into spoiler. But anyway, the movie opens up. You see Will, he's actually praying with his family. He has a wife. He's enslaved. He's on a plantation. He has a wife. And I think he has like 3 kids, 2 girls and a boy, or a girl and 2 boys. One of them. But then they're praying, and then these the slave owners, man, they come in and they break up their home. Now Will, I ain't gonna say Will, Peter in his film, he is giving some grace in a lot of these damn scenes, man. It's like he should have been dead in a lot of these goddamn scenes, man. Cause they breaking up his family. They want to stay. He's been sold to work on a railroad track. So he's gonna be separating his family. That's a normal thing in that time. You know what I'm saying? Breaking up them goddamn homes. And it's sad, but Will said, you know, when I first saw him on the screen praying and stuff, I'm like, Will, I don't know, man. Cause he kind of stick out, cause he Will Smith, man. we know him too well, but it's like I'm saying, I'm trying to buy the role. He has an accent. I thought it's French. It sounds like French, but apparently he's from Haiti. So, you know, but so he's selling that. He got the accent or whatever. Him and his wife. So they speaking in French in a lot of ways, a lot of terms, because a lot of people don't understand that. But they break up, they bust in there, and they dragging Will out, and Will is fighting back. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting back. I'm like, God damn. He pushing it. Don't touch me. I'll walk. Don't touch me. And I'm like, damn. Who? What the hell? And I'm like, how does he get to do that? And then when they threaten to kill his wife, you know what I'm saying? He tightens up and he walks on the carriage or whatever, and he gets in with the other brothers, and they take them to the I guess to the site where they build the railroads or whatever. It's hell. It's goddamn hell. It's a railroad track in hell. But and you see that, and I would say that too. And watching this, you don't really get to spend a lot of time with Will's wife and their kids. I mean, the little scenes we see them, man, it's cool. The kids, they could have got some. I'll be real, they could have got better actors for that. They kind of took me out of it. It's like, man, their acting chops ain't quite there. That's how it is with some kid actors. That's just how it is. But get some ones with some acting chops. You got kids out there that can act. But real talk. But the wife, she was straight. She was straight. Charmaine Benjois. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I've seen her in any movie or anything like that. But she did her thing. Shout out to you, sister. But from there, and this ain't gonna, I'm trying not to do, I ain't gonna do no play. But basically he go to this hellish goddamn site where they building that railroad track. And pretty much anything and everything that a black man that's enslaved can witness and see that'll give him nightmares is right there. You see black heads on the pikes all down the road. You know what I'm saying? The dude in the cage, he was crying. I was like, man, them tears ain't gonna help you right now. This is just survival. This is almost this. It puts your mind. I gotta imagine put your mindset in a different place. The only way, that's the reason I say that, because you know what I'm saying? How you live in the goddamn hood, man? And it's like, you ain't got time to cry in the hood, man. You just got to take it and keep rolling. So I imagine that's similar with this dude was in the carriage crying, man. What Will looking at him like, what the hell? But Will has this character. I'm gonna call him Will. I'm gonna just say Will. Will has a strong faith. He has a strong faith in God, and the movie never hesitates to show that he does. You know, despite whatever he's seen and what's going through, he's hanging on. He's like, we are the chosen. God is with us. But I don't know how you feel that way, but anyway, but he's out there and he seems to be he sticks out anyway. He just a character himself, because he seems to be the only one that actually want to help other enslaved men. He's the only one, you know. He doesn't seem broken like they're portrayed in some of these movies. He's not broken at all, and he stares them straight in their eyes, and I'm like, I thought, you know, my understanding is when in those days, man, you don't look them in the eye. You just look down, or you look everywhere else but their eye, because, you know, they're cowards at the end of the day. Them slave owners and stuff like that, and the slave patrol, they're cowards. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to be intimidated. They don't want to feel intimidation. They're just a bunch of cowards, and they just happen to have the power to end your life. That's what that is. So you don't look them in the face, because they might feel intimidated. But Will's doing that. He's gripping hammers. He's standing up to him. I was like, how the hell is he still alive? I'm tripping. I'm like, how are you still alive, Will? But and it's just the most horrid conditions, man. But they putting this railroad together, and dudes are just dropping dead, man. They just dropping. But and one of the I say the captain of the slave patrol, played by, what is his name? Ben Foster. I've seen him in several movies. He's a good actor. Man, you know, he's just that dude, man. He's a slave catcher, but he just likes it. He likes it. He loves it. There's something about it he just loves. He's just waiting for a slave to try to run on. He know they gonna try, and he just go out and catch him, and he does the most him and his dogs. They do the most horrid things, man, to bring him back, man. He just into it. You already know he's meant to be hated. He's meant to be that guy that we just can't stand. It's him versus Will, the whole movie. That's what that is. He's that other guy. It's like, but with these movies, like I said, there ain't too much that's gonna shock you. So we're just watching the beats play out. And Will, I know when he was in the cage, they put him in the cage with the rest of the enslaved men. And it seemed that Will was the only one. He just not broken, man. He just not. He was not. He ain't know what I'm saying. And he telling this other guy he's down. Everybody's down. I will say this, man. Y'all didn't pay attention to them details, man. I saw a dude. Saw a couple of them, man, with a nice little round up and around their heads, man. I said, hey, cuz, y'all can't be doing it. Got a fade away and shit. I said, yo, cut it out. Cut it out. Don't take me out. How y'all miss that? I see it and y'all don't see it. Don't do that. Grow that damn hair out, man. Stop playing. Dude, got a line about this world, man. I said, yo, cut that out, man. They won't line it up their goddamn hairlines back in the day, cuz. Cut it out. With what? But, I digress. But in that cage, man, you see some people, a lot of dudes down, and then they throw this other guy that was enslaved. He quoted the words. I think he's the one that just tried to escape recently. They whipped his back up so bad he could not. They laid him. He tried to lay down. He couldn't lay on his back. But Will was in there saying, "Do not, telling one dude, don't despair. God is with us," and all this other stuff, man. And the dude on the floor like, what? God is where? Where is he at? He's like, you see my goddamn back, motherfucker? I like, yo, that's like the most insult. And Will's listening to this man's grievances, and he's tearing up. And I could see it, and I felt this, like, yo, you cannot, the man is hurt. And that's the last thing he want to hear right now. It's like, for some, I think that the talk of a God, I'm not religious, so it is what it is. I think it can inspire others, inspire some, and some people it turns away to a certain degree to know that it's somebody. Because you think if he's here, why is he letting me go through this type shit? That's what you're doing. Why are we seeing heads of our people all around us? Why is he dying? Why are these people been thrown in the ditch? Why have been fed to dogs? You know what I'm saying? What kind of God is that to worship? And I felt the dude on the floor. I was trying to be on the floor. The dude could not get on his back for nothing. But Will was like, but then again, I can admire what Will's doing. He's hanging on to something. He has hope. That's what that is. And I'm not gonna knock that either. You know what I'm saying? Just same in real life. I'm not gonna knock it. If it helps you be a better person and help you move further or survive longer, so be it. And that's what was going on. But that was something he can do. You know what I'm saying? He has a strong faith in God. After the day come when goddamn Peter has to escape because things are just too goddamn bad. But Will was like, he told two other dudes, man, he's like, yo, yeah, pretty much told y'all ready, y'all gonna try to do this or what? Y'all just follow my lead, what's up? When the time comes, we gonna do this. And they didn't have no intentions of staying, you know what I'm saying? Hence the goddamn slave patrol. That's what they there for. But the way it happened, it's like Will was working beside another brother. This brother just passed out. It looked like he just expired. They told Will, yo, take the body over there. They told him to take the body. Will he still got the energy to take the body and drag the dude over there to the hole, right? And he brung him over there. There was two guys over there, two white dudes over there. It was two slave patrol people. And there was some other slaves or people that was enslaved. White dudes that was enslaved. Even the enslaved white people was as racist as they want to be. They told the white dude, white enslaved people, yo, you go ahead and put them in the hole and cover it up. He's like, why should I do it? When you got an N-word sitting over there, let him do it. I'm like, damn, what kind of slaves are these? Privileged slaves. And they had those. Also, as a matter of fact, one of the slave patrol people was actually black. And I'm like, what did he do to get to that status? I don't even want to know, bro. I don't even want to know. But they told Will to put the body in the joint and cover it up. And Will's like, they something just dirty, man. So Will got to put the man's body in the hole. And something happened. I think it was an explosion or something. Because it's like a military, it's almost like a military, it's a railroad coming through it, but there's a lot of cannons and military soldiers and stuff to be around and stuff like that. So something's up with that. I think they were the Confederate. I think there was like a lot here. They had to be with the Confederate. So the explosion goes off in the background, causes a distraction. We'll take the shovel. This is where the action come in. Beat one dude, hit him with the damn shovel, and hit the other guy. Bam! Take the shovel, cut the dude's damn fingers off. Knocked the other dude out. I think he killed the other guy. I think he killed them both. And he bonked out. He used a distraction to get out there. The other two guys that said they was gonna roll with Will saw the cue and ran with Will. So goddamn, Ben Foster's character, the captain of the slave patrol, he started shooting at all the goddamn slave dudes running and just try to cap him. You try to get Will, you're not getting Will. He's the hero of this movie. You're not gonna get him. So Will does escape. And then that's when it turned from survival. It's still survival, but it's like it turned from just horror to now straight up survival. Survive. And then action. because goddamn it, Will goes there, he run to the swamps, and all of them, they run far enough where they can sit there and talk, and he's like, okay, what's the plan? They was gonna stick together. Will was like, no, let's not stick together, split up, because they got the dogs and stuff, so you can mess up their scent with that, and they doing everything. So Will's idea was, he told him, he said, look, you run this way, you run this way, you run this way. We're gonna run toward the sounds of the cannons. And the dude like, what? Run toward the sound of the cannons? Like, that's how we spoke. Like, yes, that's where the Union's at. Okay. I guess that's what we did the whole goddamn time, because he seemed to know exactly where he going. Will did. So they running, man, and it's just a chase movie from that point on. Ben Foster's character and several other slave masters, including the black dude, slave patrol. They chasing the man, and that's what it turned into. But we stay with Will. The other two we lose for a little while. Will's the one we stay with, and he's going all through that goddamn swamp. There was some scenes, man. I remember he ran up on a house, man. These white people were sitting down about to eat their snack outside. They outside on the porch about to eat. And Will creep over that joint. He's drinking the little water from the little water bucket and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He really, he just survived. He like, man, he looking to see if they see him and shit. And he saw that goddamn baked potato. And he saw that potato, man. He had to have it. He had to have it. Little do we know, right there in that family was the biggest snitch in history. I have never seen a, hey, yo, man. Somebody like this would have got beat up in goddamn grade school when I was in 3rd or 2nd grade. We would have beat her ass up. But the little girl saw the junk. She was about to eat. She looked up. She saw Will. I forgot what she yelled out. She pointed damn bell. I said, God damn. I thought she was going to have a heart and just ignore this shit. She called his ass out immediately. She was trained to do that, man. So they was all on him, man. And you know what I'm saying? Ben Foster, like his character, he got the dogs. So they going to eventually find it. They going to eventually catch up. They follow them dogs, follow the scent. That's what it is. But Will, he's experienced at throwing off his scent, he's just real experienced at survival, period. You know what I'm saying? Period. He has a wound on his leg at some point. He climbs up a tree, hits a hornet's nest, a bee nest or something, and used the honey to well, first he does some shit. He get a knife. He already had a knife as well. He burns it, heats it up, seals his wound, and put goddamn honey on top of that junk, which actually works. But then he eats the honey too. So he's experienced. He climbed all the way up there to a fucking bee nest. A beehive. How you do that? I don't know. He did it. At one point, he has to go through the water. Now, it's gators in the goddamn water. Will, he goes in the water, man. Ben Foster's character is right on his tail, man. I guess Will ate the potato before he got in the water. But you don't want a mushy potato. In the water, man, and we know it's gators in there. I said at some point he's gonna come in contact with a gator, because they keep showing them damn gators. And Ben Foster's looking around, and Will goes underwater. You know what I'm saying? You can't see. He had used a cloth, used it to put his blood on. He threw the junk off somewhere else so to throw the dogs off. So they can't catch him. He in the water. He lost his scent. And Ben Foster's character, he go off. He go looking somewhere else. And Will finally get out the goddamn water, man. And this goddamn gator grabbed his ass and pulled him back in the water, man. It's just it's that action, boy. Will go head to head with a gator. I said, God, my this boy gonna survive, man. He got his knife. Of course, he dropped it on land, and the damn, you see underwater, you see the gator just coming at him, man. That don't look real. He grabbed a stick. He bite the stick, man. And you find, I said, what kind of movie is this, man? That junk hard, man. He fight the junk. Then he grabbed the knife on junk. He go and stab him right in the head repeatedly. I will live. That's what he was saying. I will live. Because Will's ultimate goal was to escape, get with the Union, and come back and save his family, get him out of that hellhole of a plantation. But yeah, man, but he fighting, boy. He's survival. Survival, man. He needs his own theme song in this joint, man. Will cannot be touched. He's getting hurt the whole way, though. He is. But ultimately, man, eventually, Will's survival skills. Peter's survival skills are just on point. So by the end, towards, like I said, in the end, it's probably the third part of the movie. Gets in the canoe. He sails to, I guess, closer to the Union, to where they at. We seeing dead soldiers and stuff like that. He came across this house And it looked like it's been ransacked by the Confederate, man, Confederate Army or whatever. And cause it's like black people in there did as well as white people, man. So, you know what I'm saying? So you looking around and this is little girl, she's still alive. She's barely alive, man. And Will picks her up. And you know what I'm saying? He just, you know, he not even thinking about himself at the moment. He's picking her up and trying to save her. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that was a good moment, man. He breaks her outside. He's trying to help her and she can barely talk. He offers to give her some water and she points to her chest and she got a cross on her goddamn neck. And he's like, yeah, I know. You know, he's like, I know. And it's a you know, the girl, she's about to pass away. But in that moment, you know what I'm saying, I guess he's reminded of his faith in a sense. Cause one of them goddamn slave patrol, man, they actually catch him slipping. And they had a gun on him. He's like, well, look, let me get her some water, please. Let me save her. And he's like, nah, she gone. Don't you see she gone? You gonna be gone next. So they was like, man. So he said, throw away that goddamn knife. So he threw the knife away, but the cross had like an edgy goddamn, a pointy goddamn end at the bottom. So he grabbed the cross, and the dude ain't seen. He grabbed the cross, put it under his goddamn knuckles, man. That's one way to use that goddamn cross. And dude, he turned around. I said, God damn. Steven Seagal his ass. I'm like, look at that, man. God. And stabbed him, man. I said, yo. Well, it's on top of. Then he grabbed the shotgun because the black dude that was part of the slave show, his whack ass, he saw up about to take on Will, put that shot, boom, blew his ass away. And then went to him, then walked up to him. The black dude, like, he looking all distraught. His simple ass, that's what he deserved. Will was like, man, you know what? You the worst. You are the worst. And he's right. You know what I'm saying? In that scene, I was reminded of Kanye West, Candace Owens. You know, people like that. I don't know why. I just was. We'll take that goddamn butt of that shotgun out. But that's the end of his ass. We're gonna cut off your lineage early. But but yeah, man, I got great satisfaction from that. But yeah, man. So ultimately, you know what I'm saying? He's this close to the Union Army. And right when he's about almost there, man, that was Ben Foster's character catches him. He want to see him beg. He wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? And this his character, Ben Foster's character, you can tell he's just as weak as he want to be. He's probably the weakest of all. Fear is in him. That's what I say about this whole movie. Fear is prevalent throughout the whole fucking movie, whether it's the enslaved men or the slaveholders that fear what may happen. You know what I'm saying? It's there. But Ben is like, he got the gun pointed at him, and before he can shoot Will, because he's just talking like them villains do, man. Just keep talking. A goddamn black soldier from the Union Army shoots him in his damn neck, and he dies. Now Will at that point is very grateful, and they help him out, and ultimately he ends up joining the Union Army to fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's right about in that instance. In that time frame, that's when he took that picture of his back. You know what I'm saying? They wanted it because I guess they never seen nothing like that. But his back was so tore up, it looked like a goddamn goddamn road map or some shit, man. It had so many whips on it, man. But they had him take a picture with it, and that's that famous picture that got around 1863. That got around like that, man. It went sent a shockwave throughout everywhere, man. Let you know how bad it is in the Americas. But yeah, man, yeah, he joined the army. I like the part when he meet one of I guess he's a general. And the general was like, man, he's not sure if these black people are brave, are they fighters or whatever. It's like, and Will, and he just kept saying, he said, all right, well, dismiss. Will, he stood there, he turned around and told him, you know, I survived being put in the well. I survived beatings. I survived this, and I still fight. You know what I'm saying? In other words, kiss my ass. You weak motherfucker, you will not survive one day. I have done it. I'm a fighter because I'm still alive, you nut. God damn, don't know what it is. That's so, you know, it's expected. It's expected. But I like Will's performance in that joint, a very powerful performance. And Will sell them scene. He sell that goddamn scene. But ultimately, man, they do Union fights back. They ultimately get down there where his family was, and Will can't find his family at first. But he finds them, and eventually they hug and kiss, and it's a happy ending, you know. Yes, you know what I'm saying. He got back to his family. Spoiler. Shout out to Will Smith and the whole crew. Antoine Fuqua. He the one that directed this joint. He's a famous director. I love a lot of his movies. We got like Tears of the Sun, Equalizer, goddamn King Arthur. Not the newest one, the previous one, King Arthur. I love the movies, man. So yeah, he's straight. But yeah, man, it did that thing, man. I think Will might get an award. Know what I'm saying? But I will watch it just because of Will. Will does. He sells the movie, man. He really does. I just wish that incident never happened with Chris Rock. Maybe it could have got more goddamn, you know what I'm saying, more support or whatever. But some people might not be ready to see Will on the screen. Oh well, get over it. Y'all act like y'all the ones that got slapped. What the fuck? But yeah, man. But y'all see that jump. We talking about Emancipation. John was right, man. And yeah, I'll definitely sit down again, man. But tell me, man, it's on Apple TV. So tell me if y'all seen it. Do you plan on seeing it? And I know some of y'all gonna say y'all tired of slave movies. I get it. I'm not saying that no more. Considering what's going on these days, nah, go ahead. Continue. Put as many as you can on that goddamn screen. Remind people what time it is, what time it was, and what time it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's KWATTZ right there speaking truth. But yeah, man, this is your boy KWATTZ 804. Had to get this one out the way, man. We're gonna come back again with some stuff, man. We is. But anyway, man, I get back at y'all, man. Enjoy y'all day. Peace out. It's been cool. Subscribe, like, all that stuff. You know what it is. Peace.
I must get to my family.